Hey everyone, and welcome back to my latest episode of my Newb to Legend series, killing 512 Minotaurs. Now, I know there hasn't been a video in a little while, but that's because I haven't actually been here, so I didn't do anything on this account after my previous episode. So I quickly went and bought myself some gear, arrows and food, then I made my way down into the stronghold of security. I went with killing Minotaurs as they are one of those monsters that once you're a member, you don't really, or you probably haven't killed these unless if you get them assigned from a Slayer Master, which isn't really that common. So yeah, I thought why not choose something that not many people kill, and the thing that really drew me into these is that they drop easy clue scrolls, which was a lovely change after killing the crawling hands because they didn't drop any, and on top of that, these also being the first monster that I'm going to be killing that drop ensouled heads, which always adds a nice little, adds a nice little extra to the money that you make at the end. I decided to get my range up a little bit as well, so I decided to just range the whole task. I did do long range at the start though, because I wanted to get myself the 20 defense ready for my next episode, and to be a little bit more prepared for future clue scrolls with the items you need to be wearing, for example like the mithril armor, as some clues do require mithril armor. I also changed how I track my kills, so I've decided to bury all the bones I get, and I'm going to be calculating the XP I gain and dividing it by 4.5, which is the XP you get from a bone. And I'll probably be doing this for all future normal as well as big bone droppers, so the value at the end will not be quite as high as the bones are not included, but at least I get some prayer XP, and it does actually save myself a bit of money in the future as well, as I will be getting the overhead press quite soon and then working myself towards the piety. Now, killing Minotaurs was fairly easy, especially using range, as you could say spot them from pretty much anywhere, either from standing behind the decorations on the floor or by standing behind another creature, so taking damage was never a problem. I did start off doing it like this to begin with, but then I was like, you know what, this is so slow. I wanted to kill them faster, I wanted to make my task faster, and I wanted to be more efficient, so I just stood in melee range. Like, in all fairness, I didn't take that much damage, I didn't use that many lobsters at the end either, so it wasn't that bad. It just made it a lot easier for me picking up all my drops, burying my bones, as well as picking up my arrows, which, by the way, I probably won't range another task until I get the Arthur's accumulator, because it was just long, my arrows were just everywhere and I couldn't just leave them on the floor because these do drop arrows, and although they weren't steel, and I did make sure I used steel for that reason, it was just, I just didn't know what ones were what, so I just had to pick them all up. There isn't really much more I can say about these though, besides that I did kill the lower level ones, which were level 13 instead of the level 20 ones. This was mostly because they do have the same drops, the same drop table, the same rates, so it made it faster overall for me because they have less HP. But if they were my Slayer task, I would have definitely went for the higher level ones, but because they weren't, I decided to just take the easy route, I suppose. Now, I also got myself a total of 5 clue scrolls, so let's go and see these lovely rewards that I receive. Okay, so we're about to finish our first clue scroll. Please let it be something good. And we get ourselves the amazing studded body and 2 longbows. Wow, couldn't get much better than that. Yeah. Wow. Back to Minotaurs we go, I think. Okay, hitting it up with the second clue scroll, and let's see what we get. A black full helm, a studded body, 46 mind runes, and a willow short bow. I think the studded bodies and the willow bows are really loving me right now. So, yeah, very nice. My third clue scroll is going to give me 36 mind runes, a steel pickaxe, 58 GP, and a black plate body. Wow, these clues are just getting worse and worse and worse. Fourth clue scroll time. Come on, baby, let's get something. And we get a black full helm, a black plate body, gold trimmed, a black cut shield, which is a H2, and an amulet of magic. Well, at least we got ourselves a couple of uniques to make up for the previous 3 piles of junk that we did receive. But yeah, that's actually not too bad. I don't think they're really worth that much, but we'll find out at the end anyway. Okay, so we've got our 5th clue scroll, and we are going to get another willow short bow, studded chaps, and an air staff. Well, you know, I am ranging after all. I suppose it makes sense that I get bows and studded gear, but These items are really not good. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, so we've actually just finished killing the 512 Minotaurs, so let's go make our way to the bank and see what drops we've got. I must say, after actually opening up this tab, it looks so bare without having the bones in them. Not that I regret burying them, because I actually enjoyed it a bit more and it definitely made the task faster for myself. But there isn't really anything that managed to drop that was extremely high in value. But I did manage to snatch myself the 21 skull halves, which in all fairness I thought I was going to get a little less off. And I also got myself the 12 ensouled heads, which apparently, by the way, are 1 in 50 chance. So we was a little lucky on those, and weirdly enough, our rarest item in this bank it's actually the mind runes. We only received 3 mind runes as a drop, the rest actually coming in from the clue scrolls. So yeah, I was actually really surprised about that. And yeah, I'm gonna go and quickly sell all this stuff now and show you guys what I've made. Okay, I have finally managed to finish selling all of my loot, and it came to a grand total of 140,040 coins. Some of that loot was actually really hard to sell, so I did have to undercut the price quite a fair bit, mostly on the clue item that I received, which was the black shield. But most of it did come from the clues. I only made 45k from the actual drops, which isn't that bad, I suppose, especially from a level 13 monster. But we do need to start making ourselves a bit more cash, so I can hopefully start wearing some sexier gear, because I still look like a complete noob. Hashtag I suck, and I look bad. Come on, let's do this. We can do it. We can get some better gear ready for the next episode. At least I hope we can. Anyways everyone, I'm going to be summing up the video here. If you would like to see some extra information at the end of this video, make sure you stick around. So if you want to see the XP, the cash I made, how long the challenge took me, and a few extra bits and bobs, be sure to give it a little look before you go. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, as always, please make sure to drop the sub. It means a lot to me, and the support, as always, has always been amazing, so thank you all so much. Feel free to continue commenting below with any future suggestions you'd like to see in future episodes. I do note them down, so do not worry. Feel free to repeat yourselves if you want. But yeah, remember, my stats are still quite low. I will be starting to stream the progression side of the account outside of these 512 tasks. So if you'd be interested in watching that live, I've put the link in the description below to my Twitch channel, and just give it a follow, and yeah, you'll be notified for when I do go live. Hope you enjoyed seeing the loot of 512 Minotaurs, and I'll see you in my next episode. Take it easy.